Alright. One second. Gotta send it in the Discord, you know? Perfect. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's get this started. Alright, what is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. In today's stream, we are going to be reviewing World Finals Day 1 of Kansas City Pioneers gameplay, and we're going to be judging and looking at how they play. Because I don't know if most of you know, KCP is my favorite team. But yeah. Please tell me they didn't use Frank. They better not have used Frank, bro. That is a quote that I told Average, and I'm gonna be upset if they used Frank, bro. Last time they used Frank, they literally messed up hard. Please tell me. All right. Well, without any further notice, let's get into it. All right. That's wrong one. Alright, so of course, we need to look at the amazing KCP entrance.
For the most part, it's their first on their end. Either they have LAN experience.
Hold on, I'm just gonna make sure.
But
So, Space Station Gaming versus Pioneers. Look, they're second best. Payne and Juan Carlos. Oh yeah. Now where's the entrances at? There it is. Alright. Real quick, just let me. They didn't use Frank. They better. Now where's the entrances at? Okay, good. It's working. It's working. Alright. I don't give a crap about Space Station Gaming. Pioneers, let's do this. Number 2. Yo. Oh yeah, they're second best right there. There's Payne and Juan Carlos.
Pioneers, number 2 seed from North America. Definitely not the easiest road to get here from either of these regions. Consistency, tough to
Look at Juan Carlos right there.
Yeah, if there's one team that has been consistent.
Okay, I do need a real quick. I'm gonna have to mess with my camera real fast. I need to fix this. Come on. Focus. Do not disturb. Alright. Sorry. I just lost so much aura from that. Alright. Let's do this.
And in their home region, though, it is space.
5 minutes.
Easy time. No, I'm with you here. And for me, I think one of the questions.
wait, what? Last thing. Yeah, I'm using my phone. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, it's super quiet. That's not it.
Marks is like, well, for a fact, we do know that Space Station is the best team in South America, but are they the best South American team at the World Finals? That's the
Space Station Gaming is...
It's tough, too, because Foot and Scrims looked really good, a flawless LCQ run, but SSG...
Don't really know about that one. That's not it.
Marks is like, well, for a fact.
Okay, that's good now, that's good. Okay, let's get started.
All year long have been that top dog. We'll see if things change here today. This is a little bit of an intense battle between a #2 seed and Pioneers as well, who were just one set away from being that #1 seed. It came down to the final month.
Yeah, that is true.
One set
Whenever they used Frank like every set.
Against this
not cutting them from
Holy crap.
Esports, the second seed.
26% to 74. Guys, I'm one of those 26%. Just so you know.
But Bell's Rock for knockout is where we are going to be kicking things off, and actually a 74% prediction here from the viewers at home in favor
Okay, so we're looking at Bell's Rock on knockout.
I'm
It's Pioneers versus
I
Space
didn't
Station
think it would
Gaming.
be one-sided by any means. I think there are a lot of folks that actually believe in the Pioneer squad, but it seems they're residing with LAN experience. Even the people here for the B side, we've got multiple rooms packed out here at the stadium here in
Bands,
Helsinki, Finland.
we've got
Lots
Gene,
of loud
Kenji,
noise.
Sprout.
Here we go,
Sprout
our
is a very
first
good band
opening
for
draft. No
Pioneers.
Gene, no
And then
Kenji.
we've
Get
got
used to it, folks. That
Kit
guy's not showing
and
up a lot
Daryl
today. Sprout,
and
Kit
Kenji.
and Daryl. I was
Kit
gonna
and
say, one
Daryl
of the things
are
I
pretty
definitely
deadly,
noticed in
honestly,
scrims
I
in
have to say.
particular with this KCP squad, they love running those Kit combos. It's been in
See?
and out of
Yes.
the competitive meta here. Kit necessarily hasn't had any big balances, big decreases, but at the same time, I would just get rid of it. These guys love it.
Yeah, I think especially Pioneers is a team that is more than happy to experiment.
And then,
a
like,
bit with
second
draft
best
and
right
get this
there.
Exactly in their kind of
He had-
alley. So I think this is a very
He has so
valid
much
ban here
aura.
from SSG.
Alright,
first
Rico,
is a
that's
threat
a...
on this map.
I
mean,
like
throwers,
that.
but the way we have only
It's a
one
good thing
ban,
they
surprisingly
picked
enough,
him
so there are
first.
still some chances for some throws later on, and aggression. I think those are like the main factors to be aware of when it comes to Bell's Rock. Rico first pick though is consistent. I mean, it just has an incredibly good
Tick.
kit
Tick is
across
also
the
pretty
board, and
annoying
I
on
mean, I was
this.
talking about throws.
As long as you have like an assassin to
anytime you
counter
see
that, then I
Rico,
think
my
you're
mind
okay.
immediately goes to how do we deal with him? Because it's a pretty safe pick, but
And
this is one of the
Mo.
ways to deal with him. Now the other brawler that we have to keep our eye on.
Since
for
Mo is
all
meta
weekend
right
long,
now, that
Kenji's
may
at
be
the
a
top
little
of
bit
that
of trouble,
Mo
but...
most certainly is, and I know Knockout may seemingly not be his #1 game mode, but he's such a powerful foe. I like the Rico, but on the return here for this red roster, I do think this is a very solid response.
Yeah, I mean, Mo is an absolute
Second
threat.
best taken.
It's very, very scary, and I think one of the ways to deal with it is to try to overwhelm it, right? If you can bring out enough
Notice how I
enough
said
aggression, like something like a Frank, it
I'd
can
be
enough
mad
to just kind of,
if
like,
they picked
you know,
Frank
run
in World
it
Finals.
down. However,
Because
I mean,
that's how
you're
they
gonna be
lost
feeding it
in
at the
monthly
same time, which is
finals.
kind of like equally scary.
They're going to be running it down with a Frank on the other end. Halloween seems to extend it an
I hate you,
extra
Average.
day. Second best, most certainly going to be piloting this brawler all year long. Been one of the most
And Gus.
aggressive, tanky
Now,
players
I
in
like
North
how they
America.
picked Gus at
Scrim,
least, because
Daryl, Frank, Kenji.
honestly,
As well, they
Gus
seem
and
to always get
Frank,
their
oh
hands on
my
it. This
god,
one might
that
be a
might be
surprise,
actually
folks.
really
Gus
good.
in a very solid spot. Gus's main goal, kind of point guard on this map. He's going to be looking to distribute that bubble, power up that Frank, so Frank can get in the faces of brawlers like
An
Mo,
RT.
like Tick, but I love the stage.
I don't really know
RT's in
about
it.
the
That gives him
RT
a little
pick,
flash
because
of
there's
that
not
extra
really...
range.
I think this is such a
RT's
nice
really good for
reflection of the
counting
current meta,
assassins,
with
but
Gus
doesn't
and
really
RT being
seem
some of
like
the top sharpshooters for the
we've
first
got
time in
any
a long
assassins
time
from
when you look
KCP.
at, like, the global outlook of the meta. I think these are great
I don't
comps
know,
on
it-
both sides. I think it is going to be a bit of
That's
a
an
question
interesting
mark,
comp from
like,
Space Station,
whether the
but
Mo is gonna be
I like the
fed
Frank
enough
and the
to, like,
Gus
really
from
punish
Pioneers.
This tanky Frank comp, or if maybe, you know, the Rico can get some kills from far away. I see a lot of potential on both sides.
Definitely a lot on either end. Two teams with much to prove. Face off to open World Finals weekend.
All right,
Here we
let's
go,
see.
folks. Pioneers versus SSG to kick things off.
Pain
They've
looking
got
to connect some of those
second best
bounces,
on the
but
RT.
shots are gonna be there to
I will say
just deny
they
some
should
of
get
that
pain
map
on the
control.
tick like they are right now, which is
Very
really
low
good.
health, but he will be able to heal back up.
Now
So
they
for
swapped
it's
lanes.
still right on the side of Space, and it seems like they're winning the battle for the mid.
Part of the composition that they're just going to have to deal with. Frank needs to be in the faces of enemies. It's hard to charge up that super
Yeah,
otherwise.
doesn't really seem
Coyote
like-
has the long
I'm telling you, I don't
distance.
think
He's gonna be
Frank wants to
battling
play-
with Gus all set long, and of course Rico, an absolute threat here with the bounce shot. It's going to be a constant
You know,
battle of
second best
rotating these
trained
lanes,
a
and now
whole
second best
month
seems to be making
for
his
this.
move.
A very close goal there, but Firecrow tanking for Edinho. Nice body block there. Edinho still able to heal back up now, and things
He
seem to
literally
be
trained a whole
going
month for
towards a
this.
late game final fight.
Pretty sure all of them did, but
CRT
now,
still quite low HP, but the Tickhead is heading down towards
see,
second best.
and then
He's
there's
able
the
to
Gust
take care
shield.
of that. Firecrow is still one shot.
Now they're
Needs to be
putting pressure.
careful. The roll in from Edinho, 159 HP, and he's still
Okay.
alive. However, Juan Carlos is there with a snipe. Firecrow
That was nice.
1v2. It's not gonna happen, and round one goes
I
to
don't
Pioneers.
see the purpose of the
North
RT,
America on top so far.
honestly.
Space Station Gaming have to be able to close out, and I think
And then
that's
I can
what
already
Frank
hear
comes in
second
handy,
besties in the
right?
Zeta,
Those close
the
quarters
Zeta
scenarios when
sprays.
you got 15,000 plus HP on your side. It's hard to duel against that. Juan Carlos on the right hand in, going to war with Firecrow. Tit for tat on both sides, each looking to charge up super a little bit, but they
Wait,
do
what?
exhaust Juan Carlos's, which is a huge
Oh, wait, never
deal
mind.
for this long game.
I was thinking of something else.
Let's see here if there's any opportunities for an early pickup. It seems like the
Okay,
late
well,
game was something that
second best has
Pioneers were happy
super,
to
which is going to be good for
go
late
towards
game.
and just battle it out in the late stages.
But there's not really
of
anything he
that
can do
round.
against the RT.
It seems that
But they're
he's
putting
not gonna
good
go for
pressure
hypercharge.
on
Comes through
everybody.
here from Payne, looking for the connection, but doesn't really find
And
anything. However,
Payne goes
Kyodon
down.
Gets the takedown.
3v2 situation, 12 HP for Juan Carlos, has to juggle, no can do. Second best, all
Yeah,
alone
second.
now. Gonna be hard to isolate each of these brawlers, and he's gonna throw up the
But
white flag
I
here
do
in
like how they
round
wanted
two.
to smoke so
South
that they don't
America
feed
responds.
Space Station supers.
Run into the
That's
gas.
good.
Make sure you don't feed that Mo any further. Of course, we got
Yeah, you
another
don't
round
wanna
to
feed the
go
Mo.
here for our opening game. A tick hypercharge is gonna be pumped now. You
Okay.
want to make sure you take that down before dealing too much damage here towards second best. But he's able to tank one without too
Yeah,
much
Frank was not
of
the
an
play.
issue. And we have two supers here in hands for Pioneers, so they might want to hold on to that and just try to not feed too much. However, Kyodon is another.
I do really like the Gus though.
Lot of utility available. Second best
Okay,
tearing down
and
these walls. Actually gets a stun on
second
Edinho.
best's gonna go
Juan
down?
Carlos not in prime position
He
to
is
make those
not.
tags, though. Second best slowly recharging his HP here too. Fog hasn't even settled in yet, but Kyodon is hungry to try and get these extra tags.
Frank hypercharge is going to be available.
Why is second best lag walking, bro? Oh my god.
Shield from Juan Carlos, no connection there onto Kyodon, so the tick will live for the time being.
Keep your eye out on Edinho's super as
I
well.
better see second best playing
setting
against
himself
Zeta,
up
bro.
behind these indestructible walls. Fog closing in, and this is where all the action goes down.
Okay,
He's holding his
now they're
ground
being
Edinho
pinched,
with the dive in.
and
a
it's a
double play.
3v1,
Left all
2v1
alone,
now.
2v1 scenario,
But
and
by
it's
the
a
looks of
lone
it,
rat
second
to try and defend
KCP is
himself.
gonna win this one.
Cornered, nowhere to walk, nowhere to run.
Nice.
KCP, beam him down.
Pioneers take game number 1 here of knockout, and I mean, I
Second
have
is
to
so
just
good with Frank.
appreciate that
I
double
agree,
kill from
I agree.
Payne on the Rico late into that game, making sure that they carry that man advantage and secure that opening round.
let's see.
Very, very nicely done here by Pioneers. Space Station need to be careful.
Definitely evenly
I love
matched so
second,
far.
bro.
Pioneers just feel like they're on a comfortable comp. This is what second best has done all year long. This is what he's known for in North America. And now
See?
he's trying to make himself known for that on an international stage. But unfortunately for them, teammate goes down way
Lag
too
walking
early.
again.
This is a potential of having Tick with RT, is that
My God.
once you're marked up by the RT, that extra damage is something that you just can't.
I feel like second best isn't
It's
even here
very,
for the money.
very
I think he's
dangerous.
just there to play,
And
bro.
Tick is a very good brawler to just enable that and make sure the damage.
And they
actually
can't get
comes
second best
through.
down.
2v3
Oh my
here.
god.
I think they're just gonna try
Looks
to
like he's
farm
just
super,
like a
then probably run
distraction.
For the gas, as for the time being, they don't really have any opportunities.
I feel
Second
like
best
Juan
on the
Carlos
turret,
should have used
throwing
his
down
super
the
there.
iconic Zeta
I'm not
Vision
sure why he
spray plus
didn't.
thumbs down combo. I'm sure he's at 25 of those by
Okay,
now.
yeah.
And there's one more as he exits this round early. Space Station Gaming looking
And
clean
second
here to
best
start
just
game
walks into
number
all
2.
the tick mines.
Hypercharge is going to be available for Kyodon. 2 supers as well for Pioneers, and those are the currencies.
Though I do
of
like how
knockout. The
he
more you do,
second best isn't
you
breaking
can
into the
have for those
walls,
big battles, the more of a
because
chance
that
you have
makes
at moving forwards with a victory. Hypercharge still
Rico a
gonna
little bit
come
more
now, and the
versatile.
tick head is placed down, easily taken care of by second best. Does need to be careful, was taking half HP, but he's pushing back up, and for now, things still seem alright for Pioneers.
Second best, looking to isolate Tick. It's a squishy brawler with
I don't know
not a lot
what
of HP. He
gadget
can take
he
those
has
chip
on,
shots,
though.
But if Mo is there shadowing him, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. He's flashing that super.
Don't super
Eye on
yet.
the prize, just trying to get one guard off kept. And Juan Carlos gonna be able to demine that.
They're losing the ground.
Stays safe. KCP for now. Just
Okay.
hang out.
Gotta be careful and knock out one mistake can be catastrophic.
They need to
As we
regain
saw for Payne in the previous round.
regain their ground.
Maybe you can find an angle here. Not quite going to commit to the super onto Kyodon. That could have been a potential kill, but plays it safe. And
Okay.
Juan Carlos is
Okay.
running down on the left-hand side. Finds the opening kill. 2v2 now. As the trade is there, but the follow-up 2 kills are going the way of Pioneers. Another round
See,
free, Kenny.
North America responds. Pioneers
I like how they
still with
picked.
the lead.
I
Space
like
Station
how they
desperately
picked
needing
Frank
game.
for late game,
Reminder, this is a
but
best of 3. If
he's
you
not
take the
good
opening set,
during
you're
like
one set
the
away
start
from
of the set.
guaranteeing yourself a 1-0 lead in your group. That's enough to at
There's
least
just no
guarantee
purpose, you
a
know?
little bit of safety. There's not a lot of safety to come by at this World Finals either, Teddy.
There definitely is not, and there's 2 hypercharges here carried over from the previous round. Pioneers are in a pretty good position. Space Station, they want to make sure they farm them down as much as possible right now. Get as much value as they can. Second best is low HP. Can they find the elimination? He can't heal up. This is a disaster here for second best. He gets sniped down by Firecrow, but Bane has the trade on the left-hand side. It's still a 2-on-2.
Firecrow rushing in, now activated the super early. No connection. Pain cleans up. Pioneers take set 1.
Yo, let's go.
Gameplay from Pioneers, and as a reminder for everyone at home, for the group stage, it's best of 3, so they are halfway there.
Look at that Gringo second best.
So far was a very promising start, and Space Station, I mean, they made it close in each and every single game so far, but they just couldn't quite lock in the game.
That's awesome.
Fans at home will find that it's a very personal environment we've got going on too. The fans are right there, and these teams on the podiums so close to each other. You could hear and see it in Juan Carlos's eyes, the emotion that he brought up.
Oh, I didn't look at his.
8 kills. Unbelievable to carry your team through.
I think that's even worse than his squeak, bro.
You just need 6 kills to get away with the set.
26 DPS. Holy crap. How many times did he die?
I just love how our first set already is like a very memeable scoreboard for second best, especially after 50 thumbs down and 26 DPS.
50 thumbs down. That's impressive. He can put those stats. Yes, see, yes, that's what I was just trying to say. Average. He can just put his Frank stats right next to his squeak. Cause I'm pretty sure that's less than his squeak stats, bro. But to think about it, he got those stats on World Finals, not monthly finals, World Finals, which is pretty insane.
And creating space was all
Has there been any other stats lower than that from like any other team?
I think that whole time when he met up in Jet, I think that's a safe bet, and then they could
Center
just kind of
stage
go for those
Brawl.
comfort picks. It seems the other side in SSG tried to ban the Daryl, tried to take away some of those assets like Kenshi, which makes a lot of sense. But you have to either ban 3 of the best tanks in the game, or you got to settle for second best being able to do his thing. And even
I
though
feel like
don't
we're
think
gonna
he's
see
necessarily
another
a star player
Rico
there,
pick here.
I do think he certainly brought a lot of value.
Kenny center stage is where we are going to be heading next here for our second, and I mean, I hope not for SSG, potentially last set already if things don't go their way, but I think this is a pretty good map historically for them, so they have some chances here. We'll see how the draft goes as it's already ready to kick
Let's see, we
in.
got
Most
Surge, that's a
Sandy
good
bans
ban.
here for
Mo
Pioneers. They have
and
last
Sandy.
pick,
I'm not
first
really
pick
sure
for
about the
Space
Sandy
Station.
pick.
He's
I
both
don't
the skill and
know
Rico
why they
bans.
would
It's
ban
looking like they might
Sandy.
want to bring in some aggression here.
Definitely, and I think either of
They
these
banned
sides could certainly do that. When you
Space
see
Station
Gale
banned
off the table,
Rico,
Surge off the table,
which,
you're
like I
exposing
said
yourself
before,
to a little
he's
more
very
potential
versatile
tanking
on
gameplay.
center
That's
stage.
certainly something that second
And
best
like
loves to do.
Clancy,
We're gonna settle for the
oh.
Lobster though. That's gonna be the first overall pick. I
Little
don't
bit of
mind it.
aggro.
Clancy obviously not as good as he was in his prime, but he is still certainly a threat. I don't think he's necessarily some
And then it
top
looks like
5
second best
brawler,
isn't even
but he's one of those that
listening
fits
to
the mold
anything.
of being a safe first overall
Look how much
pick. Something
aura
like a Rico,
second best
which
is giving
certainly
off
could
right
have
now,
been something
bro.
to watch out for on this map, if not banned. Nita, something for those anti-tank measures that's still available, but this is just a guy that's going to give you a ton of heavy hitting power.
Kenji is open, by the way.
Ooh,
Frank
and they
is
go
going to be
Frank?
picked up. Yeah, it could be maybe a Frank Kenji. That's, I don't think, unheard of here. We'll see what the decision is. Could also go Frank Colette, potentially. Try to just get that tank counter.
Oh yeah, after losing a monthly finals, we lost a monthly final because we picked Frank every set. It's okay though. We'll just play World Finals with Frank every set, and we'll win for sure. Seriously, dude.
There's a lot of the big threats that are already banned out, so to that extent it's limiting the pool. But I mean, I think the rest of this draft is
We lost monthly finals with Frank, so what makes you think that we're gonna lose World Finals with Frank, you know?
very heavy, either tanky or tank counters.
I wonder if they were
Chester.
expecting to have Kenji open. The other side,
I like that.
definitely going to have an opportunity to take the tank of their choice. For now, they're going to settle for the Mad Hatter. Chester showing up here. I think this is a good
I feel like I
1-2
might see
kind of punch. You'll
Gale.
often see
Oh, wait,
this on a
never mind, they
2-3
banned
turn,
Gale.
a 4-5 turn. Let's take a tank. Let's take an anti-tank. That way, we are ready to prevent that from the other squad. And it also takes away one of Frank's bad
don't know what they would
matchups. So you're
pick.
kind of getting a 2-for-1 deal there with these guys.
Yeah, I think that the Pioneers are.
I mean, I'm kind of thinking of like a Jackie pick here.
A little bit of RNG, which is something scary on the big stage. However,
But
it's a great brawler right now.
Max.
They're bringing in the Max to increase that aggression. Just a little bit here on the space station side. They want to be in control of the pacing, and Nita is a great brawler to pair with it. The AoE damage just does so well with that extra movement speed, and of course the bears are something that are really annoying to deal with for any tanky brawlers.
I wonder if part of the influence with Max was knowing that it's one of the most picked brawlers for Pioneers in scrims this week, which aren't everything, of course, but it does allude that Payne has often played this brawler. He's kind of the guy that's going to set up that extra speed for his two teammates. I think it could be a real interesting one. A lot to think about here with this 5 seconds to go about who do you take to deal with the composition that the other end is going with. It's going to be
I like the Amber
here.
pick.
One that we don't see too often this map, but it does
because then they can burn the bushes
range.
and take
you don't
out.
necessarily need another anti-tank brawler, considering that the other side doesn't really have that.
Space
I think this
Station's
is going to be
ground.
a good way to kind of deal with all 3 members of the other end.
I think that Amber has like suffered a little bit of like not really getting buffed as much as some of the other brawlers in the meta. It didn't really get nerfed directly, right? But it just kind of fallen off just a little bit. It is still good though when it comes to burning down those bushes, and I mean the maps don't come much bushier than center stage. Here we go. Set number 2 is kicking off, and I mean for Space Station it's going to be all about.
Okay, we've got the Nita scouting out on the right side.
Second Best going to be taking his time here. Doesn't want to run into
And
the
then
Nita. That's exactly what's going to happen. Makes a nasty pull. Big man gets a big kill.
Nice.
Tears open
Already
just
breaking
a
up the
sliver of
walls.
this
That's
map
good
as
for
well.
them.
Coyote Dog rushing to the other end.
And they already get a goal.
Easy punch through for
That's crazy.
Best.
Perfectly played here by Pioneers, and a big surprise early gadget from Second Best. That pull is something that Firecrow was not ready for, but the max speed here is going to help their case.
I don't really see the Nita in
already
this.
Lose a player. Can Coyote Dog go for a solo play? I don't think he's willing to commit. Does have the hypercharge super available now, and that's going to be very valuable for his team.
That's an early hypercharge. They're going to distribute it here. Lightning in a bottle going their way. Second Best already lurking though. A beautiful phase shift. Some kind of game awareness there coming through for Coyote Dog.
Nice super from Medino.
Silver.
Juan Carlos low HP. Coyote Dog confirms the elimination 2-on-3, but the health situation does not allow Space Station to push through. Good gadget from Payne. Does get quite a bit of damage. Gets 1 kill. Coyote Dog. The trade is there from Medino. He's gonna save
crap,
it
they already have
Space
Gold
Station
Clancy.
and
This
an
may not be
match
great
point.
for them right now.
On that tier 3, but gets
As a matter of
taken down
fact,
by Juan
as
Carlos.
Clancy does
Gonna be sitting in this
4.5
grass,
thousand
waiting
damage
for an
as his man
opportunity.
attack up
Coyote
close.
Dog, Firecrow don't have a ton of range. That's something that benefits with Payne. Second Best holding
See,
on
that's
to
what I was saying.
hypercharge.
Firecrow doesn't have that much range. The only way he'd be able to feed is Bear.
But he goes for the ankles. Bang! Pioneers on match point.
The confidence, the technique, it's all
Dang.
there. And Pioneers are 1 away from taking the lead here in their group. What a performance on their end so far, and the Brazilian squad still a little bit too quiet.
South America, we're not used to seeing them with this low of volume. They are 1 game away from disaster.
I can't
4 games is all it takes.
KCP have as cool of a stage as the other stream. I want to see them in like an actual arena. I don't like this. Let's see, they got
no early takedown yet from Second Best,
speed
but Payne maneuvering low HP for Adino. Doesn't have a lot of shots available, and now they're stuffed into spawn.
Payne has been such a nightmare for Space Station on that Amber.
Okay, well,
and
looks
Second
like a
Best
gold
is
too.
coming in here to
Dang,
lock
man.
in
This is
that
insane.
goal. Pioneers on the verge of taking the opening match.
Domination here so far for North America. Speed going down for Coyote Dog. They have to find a way. Second Best just hiding in his grass, doing beautifully. Juan Carlos throwing up a super out of the hat. He pulls a wall.
They have really good
Coyote Dog
synergy right now.
Breakaway here can't quite punch through though. Second Best still can play defense, and now the entire team has been wiped.
The value that Payne has been able to find with those Amber gadgets has been absolutely ridiculous so far. Space Station here with their backs against the wall. Of course, it's not a direct elimination here if they lose this match, but it does make the path just so much more difficult.
1-0. It's a lot of comfort and now some max speed.
And they've got their
to help
bear
them out.
this time.
Utility going down with Nita Bear and no stun available to get the takedown just in time.
Still Silver Clancy, which may not be that good for late game. Okay, I like the slowness there. Don't break your walls. Don't break the walls.
Alone, Coyote Dog blasting him away, but it's not enough here. The big man holds down the fort.
Just having that health, having that gadgets, makes it too intimidating to push through. However, Dino is on the verge of upgrading to gold, and that's where you unlock the full
now he's
potential
gold.
of Clancy, and there it
No.
is. Second best going for the stun, does not find a connection. Is going to open up their goal area a bit more. Maybe
Okay.
that could be a detriment.
That's a nice Amber super.
SSG forced to go back for now.
And they
Don't have the
demolished
range
that
currently to keep
bear.
up with Payne, who's blasting away at Kyo Dog, burns him to the ground. One more goes
Jesus,
down
my
as well.
God.
Only 30 to go.
Okay, looks like they're just running the clock.
25 seconds left
So that's
here.
like, so
For
that
Space
Pioneers
Station
guarantee
to do
the win.
impossible. They need to find a goal. The max hypercharge is going to be popped now. A super available for Dino as well, but second best is just standing there, dealing so
don't
much
get it.
damage. Payne finds an elimination. Is there a chance still?
That's nice.
From Firecrow, the bear is going to be placed down. Payne is going to get taken out, but Firecrow just does not have the time nor the health. The slow is going to stop him in his tracks. Pioneers take the opening match.
Let's go, dude.
North America starting out 1-0 here. Fans going wild.
Oh my God,
for
look
him.
how much
Juan
aura
Carlos pumping fist, Coach Phillip behind him.
Second best is
Jazzed
giving
up.
off right now.
You couldn't start any better than this. A perfect run here to start our opening match.
The Kansas City Pioneers showing their worth on the international stage. What a performance here. What a clean performance, especially not dropping a single game. There were some close
Okay,
moments,
now
especially
second
when we
best
look at our
got some
opening
stuff
set.
in.
But I mean, I guess you just
That's good
play friendly,
DPS
you
off
just
of Pain
win.
though.
The Payne Amber pick ended up being so solid for them. I think there was just no real good matchup into Amber. They kind of go for a lot of mid-range support with Max. I like it. I think they may have been even trying to take away the Max from the other side, and that was probably part of the influence. By no means is Max bad. It just doesn't necessarily synergize with what's going down for South America here.
I think that everything was there here for Pioneers. I think their drafting was super
SSG
interesting, and it just worked. And I think that
SSG
Payne brought, like,
destroys
an
all of South
incredible
America teams.
mechanical performance.
To see them
On
get
the Amber here,
obliterated
8
by
kills.
North
He was
America.
carrying, I think he had 8 kills in the previous set as well. What a performance on the Rico, on the Amber.
And it bright.
No, that's what I do. And
But for now,
Oh wait, that was it?
totem that they will need to perform in the heavyweight on their.
the vibes.
I mean, they didn't draw enough scare. They go.
Well, in terms
Payne is the go
home decided.
to play them, and that's what makes them so scary.
Well, in terms of MVP, let's see what the folks at home decided. Go
All right.
Carlos. Oh, you
Payne-
disagree.
Payne is the GOAT here. I love Juan Carlos. I mean, you know, he's a ladder GOAT. He's an incredibly good
Why
player,
wasn't second
but
best
I
the
have to
MVP,
say,
bro?
Payne just played so insanely well. Got 16 kills through those 2 sets.
Folks at home for the whole particular.
And however,
All right, well, that's first of Pioneers. They play an hour after. Okay. FUT, SK, Luminosity. Oh my gosh, poor Luminosity, bro. All right, Pioneers and Totem. Oh, this is gonna be good.
It's the Brawl Stars World Finals where we are approaching that time trap. The groups are starting to be decided and it's all kicking off.
Oh, it's been a tiring first day of the Brawl Stars World Finals 2024. Honestly, it's been absolutely incredible so far. And fresh off of Stream A, Humble have just defeated Eternal Fire as well. In quite a swift 2-0, I will say as well. Wasn't really much pushback from Eternal Fire, so it's been absolutely electric over on the A stream.
So Humble look now in as the #1 seed of that group, and we've just seen on this stage here as well that Zeta Division almost fell to Luminosity, surviving on, but now have to wait from the wings to see what happens in the remaining match in that group. To see, we may even have a 3-way tie there. Who knows? It's the group of death. After all, it'd be rather fitting in that respect. But
Totem is scary,
Flying
bro.
Totem and Pioneers now, they've got a little bit of a chance now to breathe a sigh of relief somewhat. They are locked in now for day 2. But certainly that #1 seed now, all still up for grabs, and we know how important that can be for your day 2 journey, Trev.
I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of just absolutely crazy how, how this game is going to
Get ready, guys.
define who they play against.
We're gonna
Who
see another
everybody's gonna
2
want
Frank
number 1
picks.
seed, right? Number
Get
2,
ready.
they're going to have, a bit of a tougher matchup heading on into day 2 of the World Finals, and the bracket just gets harder and harder from there.
Well, as we gear up for our next matchup, I think it's about that sort of time now, Trev, that we introduce our teams. Without further ado, let's welcome to the stage, Reply Totem. that, Trav. It's
Skip
been
it.
a bit
I
of
wanna
an
see
abysmal year
Pioneers
for
right now.
Reply to this stage of competition, but the LCQ, they started to bring things back under a bit more control, and they got their golden tickets against none other than Tribe Gaming.
I don't like how it
Reply
plays.
have been a scary prospect. They did almost just fall, to be fair.
I don't like
against,
how it plays the same
against,
music over and over. I wish the
Australia,
teams could
but we
pick
will
their own
take a quick
music.
look at Pioneers as well.
Alright. Oh yeah. Aura. Aura. Look at Pain, bro. In second best, such a cutie.
The Pioneers.
So much
grand
aura.
final
Look
wins
at second best,
and
so much
two
aura.
grand final appearances. The number 2 seed in North America looking today to make the number 1 seed going into day 2. They've looked really, really good for me as well. You've got to consider
Second
the fact
best
as well
looks
it's
like he's
second
too
best
tired
first
for
lap.
this, bro.
I mean, I'm so proud of that boy because like he's been a competitor in the BSC since going back to like 2020 and even prior to that in 2019. But the first time I casted him was in 2020, and he has not quit. He stuck it out. And he deserves that place on the stage as we draw our attention
Heck,
to the
iChaos,
roster of Reply,
Maru, and
Totem,
Mari.
Mauri, and iChaos this year have done a fantastic job of making waves
What is
in
that?
this group.
Italy
Can they secure
and
the number 1 seed going into day 2.
I mean, the thing is as well,
Spain?
the only game
I don't
we've
know.
got, you know, to base these two teams off at World Finals is both of their matchups against Space Station Gaming. Who did better?
Average confirmed for
Pioneers.
me.
They did so much
Let's
better.
go.
Reply to
American
all the way to
and
the,
2
the third and
Mexicans.
final set, and the third and final game in that as well to be able to defeat that, you know, opponent, which did really give more resistance than we expected.
Let's
But
go,
Pioneers,
second best.
smooth sailing all the way through that, and it kind of has to make you think maybe Pioneers have got an edge here.
Well, let's see as the players start to gear up for their matchup. Certainly for Reply Totem, it's been the rocket a year. You know, 3 quarterfinals exits.
I'm right? Okay.
Their grand finals win in May really did save them in that regard. But the LCQ brought them a lifeline. They really did excel. They didn't drop a set until the golden ticket match against Tribe Gaming, which went to a 3-2 scoreline. So take a look as well towards our predictions, which now after hearing you say that, Trav, I might be reconsidering
Dang,
somewhat
bro.
a little bit here. Teddy might be onto a winner.
Honestly, I was going to say Teddy's onto something here. After watching the gameplay today, genuinely, I think that
I would think that Totem would win too, but
this is crazy. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think
honestly,
it is
I'm
50-50. Although Teddy's got
I'm basing my
incredibly
roots
good
off
shout,
of Pioneers,
I think
bro.
the viewers might have the better one.
I mean, you can't lose with a tie, can you, really? How often do we ever see that? And surely with the viewership today as well, I mean, being the highest all year long, undoubtedly, that tie has got to be a substantial figure to actually land the mark on a 50-50. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Absolutely crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, if I could switch my prediction now, I would. But I'm gonna have to stick with Reply Tone just because that's what I've said before stream. But as I keep on saying,
Whatever.
looking at the gameplay today, Pioneers
Ooh.
are leagues ahead.
I love Pinball Dreams, bro.
Incredible scenes, and here is that
50-50.
It's so satisfying to see.
Get your screenshot in right now, because who would have thought that we would see that going in to Pinball Dreams
right.
and that's our first map of this
I like
first
the
match.
Power League
And the draft
remix.
to follow,
I like that.
Philip already having what is a Bible of notes there. I mean, that is a big old thick book there.
They banned
On to match
Frank.
as well, the side of Reply to
No.
it, must be said. Let's see now. There's a look in.
Aw,
the
man.
Surge, the Mo, and
Look.
the Rika Pioneers.
Pioneers
And
is
the first draft of
Kenji.
Kenji for Reply Totem. Who can blame them? Larry, Laurie, as well as the
I know
Frank
second best is so
banned
sad
out
that he
by
can't
Reply
play Frank
Totem.
right now.
And back to Pioneers for a follow-up.
It's such a surprise to see Kenji.
Look how much
slip through an
aura
endo. Never
that
mind
is.
Brawl.
Oh my god,
You're telling me?
so
I
much.
don't get it. How does that slip through the bans? Yeah, Reply to them, they're obviously not going to ban it. They've got first pick. They're not going to ban Mo. They're not going to ban Kenji. They're going to pick whichever one gets let through. And in this case, Kenji's been let through. No matter how many counters you throw
They
at that
banned
ban now,
Surge,
he can still
Mo,
do
and
something
Rico.
when Mo's
Those are
off
all
the
really
table.
good.
Pick the Gale.
And then also
You've
Larry
got to
Loy
pick
is
the
also
Gale. It is the Gale.
really doubly
I
on
mean,
this.
I was
And
saying with the EA
Gale
stream,
is
I
a good
wanted to
pick.
cut you off as well, and it's the
Because it's
very
like-
same thing.
I like doing it this time.
But that dash is like a Mortis dash, so
It
you can't
really
really do
is the
anything
best
about it
counter
if
to
you
the
have
Kenji.
the
Maybe that's
tornado
one of the
gadget.
reasons why teams
But
are
if I
leaving
had
it open, because if it
if
is
I
that
had to
first
bet,
pick,
they're gonna be
then
using the
they've got the
jump
follow-up
pad
answer,
gadget,
and
not
especially
the
on a map like
tornado.
Pinball Dreams, you know,
From
there
what
are
I-
those kind of chokeholds,
what I
especially
think.
in that mid area where a twister can serve a great deal of good on the Gale gadget side of things. But I mean, that might lead to a bit of a map opening opportunity as well to deflate some of that. So the Pioneers, though, definitely the best response to a Kenji, but they can't be feeling great about Kenji being
Daryl.
on the other side of the field.
Okay,
That's
are they
a
gonna
pretty
go for
nice
like a
idea
Daryl
to
kit
add to
here?
the equation. Daryl going to come in for them, and am I going to say this? Am I kind of verging more towards Daryl over Kenji right now?
I was afraid you were going to say that. I was afraid you were going to say
I'm going to assume that they're going to pick
no matter
Kit.
what it's against, it's always got some legs in the matchup. Yes, Gale.
Because I think Pioneer's just trying to go for a Kit Daryl.
But I need Pioneers to still
comp
prove
right
to me
here.
that this Kenji was, worthwhile letting slip through. Obviously, they had countermeasures for it. It's exactly what they brought in. But I still think it's going to be able to do a lot of work. Reply Totem bringing
Maisie.
Amazing.
Oh.
Amazing. Along with a Kenji.
Maisie is like crazy meta right now, so
Amazing.
that's a pretty good pick.
I think Reply to them are being pretty wild right now, if you ask me. I mean, that's, it's not, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back immediately. I'll tell you why. Because I was playing on ladder with Maori, and we ran into a lot of Kenji, and a lot of tough comps getting my rank 35s. He was incredible with Maisie. I mean, absolutely flawless with Maisie. It's one of those brawlers that I was going to like question whether I should maybe just say something to him before the matchup. I just let him do his thing. And I'm glad that I did, because I was blown away by it. But I mean, in this circumstance, I mean, I'm no Pioneers, Trav. I know that might be a surprise for you to hear, but yeah, I'm not quite at their level.
I think we're going to see a Kit Daryl here.
They are the best in the world for a reason. And Maisie might not be the play there. It's not a bad pick. I mean, it might be to you. I think it's okay. But it certainly doesn't excite
Isn't
me
Pain
as
like
much
really
as
good
I'm
with
seeing
Stu?
on the other side of the field.
It's fine. Like, I'm not going to, absolutely go into Reply Totem about picking Maisie. But at the same time, I'm liking what I'm seeing on Pioneer's side that little bit more. The Gale, the Daryl, and the Stu. It's just a very versatile comp. They've got pretty much all bases covered, the mobility, the assassin, and that defensive measure they need against the Kenji. So I like
maybe
what Pioneer's
that
got
ranking
here.
will change
I'm
after
still
this performance. Let's find out.
Yeah, it's certainly safe to say that being skeptical is okay with these circumstances. As we go into the match now, as Maru going in onto Pain, and Pain obviously having a very good match up there. Able just to keep those dashes coming in and keeping himself on his feet. Good taps there as well onto Maori on that right-hand side. Out to Chaos. I mean, Pain
Chaos missed 4 Maisie shots in a row. Oh yeah, he's phenomenal with Maisie. He is so good with Maisie.
Eventually going to be able to start doing something now. Second best has got a suit, but he takes a couple of heavy shots to the face from Chaos. He's trying to move this forward now, and Maru has the same idea too. The rolls.
There's no wall breakers except Stu Gadget.
By Pain in the end, but Mori.
I kind of like how Pain, like,
They haven't really got those matchups. Yeah, they've probably both got a good matchup against the Kenji, but I still expect the game to be
What type of super was that from Pain?
Yeah, Maori really is looking for all this Bruce Bear, as it will provide a great deal of pushback potential.
Okay.
Second rolling in. Lovely gadget, the tar bar as well.
I like the white
beautiful.
from that.
Some mathematician right there going on for sure, but the ball's loose. Maori's going to pick it up. He's going to be able to bait the shots from Pain. He'll up along the way and get the goal. A bit of a miss there for Pioneers.
Dang, they just let him go through like that.
They drop the ball.
I'm too busy looking at second best, and they just get a complete free breakaway. And I think that's maybe.
And I know they can't use their hypercharges.
The ball slide like that. They haven't even been out there half the map, regardless of how well they're playing. Now the hypercharge bear comes through. Stun's not really going to do too much.
I feel like it would have been better if they used the shield gadget for Nita.
The Gale will push everybody back onto him.
Not the stun.
And all of his hard work is for nothing.
Some beautiful Daryl rolls, honestly, from second so far. He comes back in off the spawn, straight into Maru, who'll be a good matchup for him. Gets one roll, gets a second, but Maru still survives, going in there with a bit of a slice and dice. Will fall eventually, but it's still Pioneers that are 1 goal down. The clock is
I kind of
ticking
like
very
how
much in
second
that
best
respect.
just teased
25
Kenji right
seconds
there.
now, and Pain pushing it forwards.
Oh, what a hypercharge from Chaos. He gets another one as well, makes the connections with Pain. And what chance do Pioneers have? Pinned in spawn. The ball all the way at the top of the map in Reply Totem's corner. And Chaos reverting to his SK ways with that one. The rolls coming through from second best, but he's getting nowhere. Amazing super to slow Juan Carlos in his tracks. And what more can they do? 15 seconds.
So it's either now or never. They need to get a goal in.
A beautiful Bruce stun at just the right time there from Maori, as they can see the second was the ideal person to go for that ball to try
Not
to
gonna get it.
close the gap.
Why is? Oh my God, Juan Carlos, bro.
Playing it safe, and that's all you need to do under these kind of circumstances when you've got that early lead off the back of a mistake. Just relish in it, keep the ball safe, out of harm's way, and just get
It's
that
okay.
job done. Get
Second
that
best
game
is
on the board.
Aura is gonna
Give yourself
carry
the
them.
momentum moving forwards in the set.
We all know.
Regardless of the mistake, did Pioneers even step out their own half? They were just pinned down in spawn for the entirety of that entire game. Like, it's crazy how well Reply Totem just dealt with every single lane that Pioneers had to offer.
Slow. Gasso heal.
Now, pushing the ball slightly forwards
Slow.
and just keeping out of harm's way with the superstar.
Gale's using the tornado.
Twister. I mean, defensive maneuvering. I'm not really overly sure whether that.
Why
was
did Juan
intentional or
Carlos
not.
use his
I mean,
tornado right
they think
there?
Jump pad, I don't want to say that. I mean, it would make no sense. And improbable, but I mean, I just don't know whether that's in his mind, whether it's a mistake for that
They have good
reason.
ground right
It
now.
looked like a kind of placement that would make more sense to be it, but regardless, I think a bit of a miss. Second now gets some good value, finding some slow, but then goes down himself. Payne not really healing up either, aside from the gassy hill, but at the moment, I've got to say, Pioneer's not looking the most kind of together in that regard.
Over-aggression, some would say. KCP
Uh-oh.
there. Second best just kind of rolling for the sake of rolling some of the times. Now he has a good position here.
Uh-oh.
Trying to get the break.
Okay,
Can't
okay,
quite
good.
find it around that side, and second best deals with him well this time. Juan Carlos has the knockback. Payne, mobility in hand. Second best wants to try and find a break.
Pioneers have a good matchup here. Because I know that Totem has a pretty good history. And monthly finals. Now would have been a good time to use the tornado. I'm not sure why they didn't use it.
And they brute force the situation and get the goal. Only 1 minute now left for a response from Pioneers.
Well, 3 counters to Kenji and nothing to show for it. Just dominates, walks over them, and Totem is only a minute away from victory. And the set going their way. Second best making some moves, but can't really find a lot from it. Down he goes. Hypercharge being activated. Mori moving forwards with a bear in hand as well. There's the knockback in Juan Carlos.
No.
The only one alive.
They lost
Bear
this
will
set.
not get the stun off.
Oh.
Actually, the Twister lands straight on it, and second best can grab
Okay.
that on the top of it. But is it delaying the inevitable?
Can they clutch this up?
Pushing it forward. The Bruce Bear as well. The stun. The blowback is there. Juan Carlos with an amazing defense yet again. But they've got
This is
no
going-
time realistically here. They've got to get to the ball and get to the other end of
Dang.
the field. And try to
They've got
defend
good
this goal.
defense
And
going
meanwhile,
here.
It's not going to be easy.
Oh,
And
chaos.
Chaos is just going crazy. Oh my word, the cycle was beautiful. Chaos landing the mark. And the
Chaos
goal is there.
cycling
The set
3
goes
supers in a
the way
row.
of Reply Totem.
Holy crap.
Simple solution. Ban Kenji. I will say, the amazing, I
Ban
doubted
Kenji.
it. I doubted it. And he has proved me completely wrong with that performance. IKAOS absolutely mastering that brawler and showing us how it's played.
It's the kind of map that without a wall break, you can get the value you need. And honestly, there was a lot of ideas with the Reply Totem comp that could have gone against the grain for me. I mean, you know, the Nita can actually struggle if you're not closing the gap.
Wait, so why did Pioneers win their first game with 2 sets won?
Struggle for the very same reason, but they were feeding really nicely for a lot of those
Like, I
times.
thought you had to win 3.
And we just didn't really see much of any kind of
They
attempt really on
just
goal
let him go
from
straight through like
Pioneers. They were
that.
just constantly playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, Maru finding that breakaway in the first game's what won him that one, but still in the second game, we saw KCP maybe make a move once.
Yeah, Kenji's still meta,
Right.
so
Just lockdown from Reply Totem. Other than that, really, really disappointing stuff.
maybe
from
it was a good
Pioneers.
idea that they picked
Coming out
that
of NA with
first.
such high hopes and dominating their first game against Space Station, I expected more.
Yeah, I've got to say, I was
Best
so
of
excited
3?
coming to the match.
Okay,
Not
that makes
to say
sense.
that, you know, Pioneers can't bring things back more under control and take it all the way to a third and final set here. They've absolutely got the potential to do just that. They are such an aggressive team. But that just wasn't the comp for them. Look, this for Chaos.
That's
This is
crazy.
ridiculous. I mean, 3 consecutive supers.
3
a team
supers
wipe,
in a row.
And Reply Totem made that look so easy.
Just crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff from IKAOS and all of the boys on Reply Totem. When faced with some Kenji counters, it can't be stopped. Juan Carlos actually got 0 kills, regardless of his 208 DPS, I will say. But Chaos with 9. Huge performance. Maru, only 4 with the Kenji. And Mori locking his side down with the 6.
I mean, only 4 with the Kenji, but that's the exact same as the most.
I think it would have been better if they had some wall breakers.
I mean, Reply Totem looking so solid. And again, for a team that when you look back at their year's performance, pretty abysmal until you get to the LCQ.
If only they
They're
had
an
Frank.
up-and-framing team for me in this competition, and certainly looking like they are the team to beat in this particular matchup. For Pioneers, they're going to have to really think things through in this second set. And I think a lot of it came down to draft, and a lot of it came down to not really playing the objective.
Oh yeah, because if they
I mean,
lose
this
this
is where
one,
Reply Totem thrive. And I think
then
Pioneers know that as well.
Pioneers
They
get
need to play to
eliminated.
their strength. Kind of not let that Kenji slip, I will say. Okay, on
All
this
right.
one, maybe let the Kenji
Here we
slip.
go,
I'm not sure it's
heist.
going to matter too much.
Let
But
me
at the end
guess.
of the day,
We're gonna
this
see a Frank
is gonna be
pick.
a great
Get ready,
set.
get ready.
We need to see Pioneers bring something different to the table, because so far, it's all Totem.
A map like this really has to be considered in the draft. I want to see an Angelo ban. There's
8-Bit,
Andrew Mann
Lola,
just checking.
Bro, Colt,
Chuck,
Angelo,
Colt
Chuck.
Alongside it, the Lola
All
band
pretty
is
good
a bit of a
bands. I like
weird one for me. Gotta be
Melody.
honest, on the side of
That's a good
Pioneers,
one.
the 8-Bit and the Crow, I kind of would definitely understand a bit
Definitely
more
gonna
so.
see Piper,
The Melody first pick
Colette,
going
maybe.
straight through. I
maybe
really love
Colette.
it. I mean, Melody here is going to work fantastic.
If Pioneers
in my
pick
opinion.
Frank, it's a
You
definite
can't leave
Colette
her
for
untouched on
Totem.
the safe either. Certainly some long-range ideas that are still available here as well. It'll be tough to play a Piper into that sort of thing, but I wouldn't mind it. Colette here would be a fantastic idea as well
See,
in the mid.
Colette.
Mandy. I mean, I've got
Mandy
to put it out
would
there.
be
She would be
pretty good,
beautiful
only
to
for
have in
defense,
that
no,
mid
not-
area,
not
just
for
able to
DPS.
Cycle those Sugar Rush supers straight down the line, and
On
of
the
course the
safe.
shot's much
Bell.
harder to juke now as
That
well.
is pretty
Bell
nice.
coming in.
But you're not really gonna see
Don't mind it, there's always
any
a
of
safe pair of hands
the
for me.
Pioneers
I
grouped
like
up
Bell,
because they're
and
gonna be
certainly
in
the
each
nest egg
individual lane. You know what I'm
placements
saying?
can sort of deter your push from the onset, but is it like the flashes? Certainly not, but you can depend on it.
Yeah. Bell's never going to let you down, okay? Maybe maybe it will.
Get you up?
Maybe it will at certain points, but you know, it's a safe pair of hands, as you say. It's got the range, it's
And
got
there
the
we
mark,
are,
can be
Colette.
pretty versatile against the majority.
Okay,
of
well,
balls.
I
They're
know
gonna
for
bring the
sure that
Colette to
Pioneers
the
aren't
ball,
gonna be
though.
stupid
Hyper
enough
charge
to
on
go
that
into
Brawl,
Frank,
you can
right?
get 25% the safe with a snap of your finger. So really, really nice picks so far from Reply Totem. Pioneers, I think their first pick is stronger than what Reply Totem have got on both, but obviously
I can agree.
they have to kind of take the fact that Reply Totem are going to have this third pick. They can counter it out.
I like how happy they are right
Yeah,
now.
I really like that Colette far more than the Bell, but Bell's always a solid one. And also, it might be an idea to take it out of the
Well,
hands of
maybe
second
they
best, who is for me
may
one
not
of the
look
best, if
the
not
most
the
happy,
best
but
Bell player in North
Piper.
America. Piper makes a lot of sense to have
As
one
we
there,
all
centre of
thought.
the field with Pioneers, you know, matching that with the Melody. I think a great time to pick it up as well. And if there's going to be anyone who's
Cordelius.
going to the Bell best, it's going to be
I feel like they
as well,
might
so
go a
there's
Cord
that
pick
to
here
consider also.
to get rid of
Third and final pick here for Pioneers coming
Colette.
in very shortly. I'm liking the way the draft is looking. You've got the aggressiveness of that Melody. A Daryl wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either here.
Please don't
considering
go
that they can
Daryl.
Just roll in and keep the aggression on, but Mo,
Okay.
that's a great brawl, which should not really have made
Alright.
it into that third
That's-
stage
okay.
of the draft. That should have been bad from the beginning.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they're only taking it because they know that it's going to be fine against at least one of the brawls that they've got so far. Reply Totem, I don't know what answer they're going to be able to bring in because Mo is just so good. They can't really take that much of a counter to the Mo coming in because then they're going to suffer against the rest of the brawlers and feed so much into the Melody and into the Piper. But I won't say that I don't know. There you go. They're going
Nani.
to take a Nanny. Pretty good damage, very good damage at close range, and also have that range masterclass as well. I honestly love both of these comps. I can see you're siding with Pioneers.
I know, I am a little bit.
There's a little look in his eye.
Get ready,
And,
guys.
Yeah.
Nani
you lean
Hypercharge is
Pioneers,
gonna
I
come
can
in
tell.
clutch.
Because it's a flashier comp.
I'm
It's
calling
kind of
it.
one of those more like kind of comps that has the pop-off potential, I guess. But then again, you know, I mean, Reply Totem are just playing it kind of safe, and it's working. So why break that habit? Just kind of stick with what you know and get the job done. And so far, Pioneers have been the
let's
team
do
that are more flustered. I think the comp is more enjoyable to watch.
They're going
It's like got all the
double,
there you go.
lanes,
Seconds over,
which is
2 consecutive
interesting.
taps and job done for that right-hand side lane.
I like how fast
for
they're
that
pushing
reason,
up, though.
but the Pioneers have got them to play the objective. and
Already
that's
getting
what they
damage
did
on the
not
safe.
do in this first set.
And what great hits from the Mo as well. 3 of them lining up.
All right.
Taking. Payne goes in, gets the job
I
done.
like
and
the
look at
Mo
this
pick on
damage from the
this.
Melody, and Payne just wailing away at the save.
As quickly
That's
as that,
crazy.
the save is shredded. Down to just 36% remaining. And Reply Totem, they need to wake up. They got to smell the coffee. This game could be
Already
done in a blink of an
64
eye.
damage on the
Barrow goes in,
save.
gets the first sign of
64%
something. 10% is all
damage
that it
on
is
the
for now,
totem
though,
save.
as
Holy
Pioneers
crap.
go and push back into this
That's
mid.
insane, dude.
Hell, they just can't leave the right
That was
side at all.
good
They're
synergy
gonna
from,
rotate to the mid and double tap. I don't think I've seen him miss so
KCP
far.
here.
Juan Carlos going
And then
in
we
once
already
more,
know
with Shield
that,
activated as well. Maury can't find the hits at all.
we know
With
that
no
second
supers
best
for Juan
is
Carlos to get
quite the
towards safe.
goat
Maru using
on
the defensive
Piper.
super there as well. Still chance for Reply Totem. There's still time. 1 minute 30 on the clock. But the defense has got to be perfect, and the offense has got to be even better.
They can just brute force this now. Second just tapping into
I like how they're
Maori.
leaving
Oh, it's
the
gonna
Colette
get some
by
of the safe now
herself.
as well, down to 7% hypercharge in. The knockback
Okay,
as well allows space for Juan Carlos to come through. But iChaos takes care of business. If
Yeah,
Maori gets the
I like how they
super,
left the
this is
Colette
not
by
over.
herself
Reply
because she
Totem
can't
can
have
bounce
she doesn't have
back,
enough
but it's gonna be
DPS to
tough.
shred the safe without her
Laurie's
super.
going to be faced with triple lane by the looks
And now
of
they
Mauri on the
fail.
hypercharge now, gets the damage in. Starts to come back.
They
And over
really
the
need to
right
get
side,
in
Nani
there
gets
right
some
now.
good shots, but will be able to take him out. They have a chance. Can
This is
Totem
risky.
do this? Good
I
match
don't
from
like
the right
this.
two. He down, second best goes, and there's only 20% in it.
This could be unbelievable if Reply Totem can keep their
They just need
composure
one more
enough
shot.
to bring this
If they can
game
get a
back
Mo
to
super,
balance.
then they're
But
set.
down
Just
there
like
goes
that.
Maru in the mid. Pain lurking on the left-hand side. Has just got to go
Come
in
on.
with the drill here. Chaos with 2 very important
There it
taps.
is.
But the Mo gets it done for Pioneers in this set. 1 game on the board now. And hopefully a bit of momentum.
Why am I
You can
hearing
see
Jesse?
it in Juan Carlos' face. They know that this could be their set if they play this one right.
Brilliance from the Pioneers early game. They took a little bit of a hit through the mid there as Reply Totem started to claw it back. But in the end, the inevitable happened. And with that 75% of what the damage it was,
Yo, we're
early
going
on,
double lane
Pioneers
again.
persevered through.
Except,
Well, 3 taps from second
Nani
best,
went
but
right
only one
lane.
that landed this time on the left-hand side. Bit of an adaptation now, swapping the lanes from the side of Pioneers. And an early defense from Reply Totem.
yeah, I really
Maori
like how they're
buried
they're
over.
leaving the Colette by
2
herself.
nest eggs as well placed by
Not
that
feeding
bell early
super.
on as Maori takes the
I
left
really
lane.
like that.
And Peep already to hand. Maori on the same pops the gadget, but actually gets no value for it. And you're not going to be able to heal off the back of safe shots.
Yeah, it's a little bit curious there. But
Already getting damage on the
Penny is gonna
safe,
go
that's
down on the
nice.
top side. Juan Carlos falls as well. The second best powering
And
through the mid.
now they left the
Gets
Nani
tapped
by herself,
by Chaos
getting
as well. That makes it
4,440
3 kills for
damage on the
Reply Totem side.
safe
A bit of
per hit.
established ground
That's
here.
crazy.
Second best. Gonna
Okay.
What a gadget
4,000
that is.
damage.
But getting brilliant damage
Okay, now
on
it's
top
a
Pain. Gonna be
safe
slow
race,
down to Chaos.
or whatever it is.
Make sure he gets him down first. Percentage pretty much equal on either side. But second best lives on the right.
Jeez,
Second
oh
best
my
is playing
god.
out of his mind right now, but the scoreline is very, very close. Look at that, just juking between
That's
the
insane
shots. Chaos,
damage.
But second best is juggling his time. 2 on the save now, 1 on to Maori. A return to send is crucial. And Juan Carlos
Don't feed
can't
hypercharge.
make the save. The defense
Don't
still
feed
stands,
it.
and now Totem on the save. Second coming in just the nick of time. The hypercharges are huge, but as the taps from second,
on.
a huge mark from Chaos clears up the mid, and now Reply Totem coming in for the push.
No sooner
no,
than
no,
one
no,
of
no.
them, there's the damage. Reply Totem manage it in game 2 of Heist. And now 1 game away from topping the group. And going
It's okay,
into
guys.
game
Fanny
2
hypercharge
of
came in
seed
clutch.
number 1.
For Pioneers, they've got to reset the mental. They can't depend on a simple base race. It's got to be clear the lane and go all
Well, it's
in.
pretty much match point for
Reply that
Pioneers
one was
right
a
here.
close one.
If they lose
They
this,
learned from some of the
Reply
mistakes in
to
that first game. They didn't give away nearly
takes
as
the
much
win,
early on.
and
Second already opening up the mid. A great
would've-
return to send there
yeah.
from Maori. Clears up the mid. Puts the pressure onto Juan Carlos down
They've
the
already
right-hand
got some
side.
good damage,
Pain creeping
or
through, but
5%
it's
on the
gonna be a
safe right now,
while
which is
before he
nice.
gets
They
to
take
the
down the
ball. What a
Nani,
pinch.
which is
They've
great
won second.
for second
Juan
best, so
Carlos
that
got
he
free
can
lane,
start
but
getting some
no
damage
super.
right there.
He's not going to get anything done. Damage starts to come down.
Okay.
On a return, home in recipe, sorry, sent over to the left-hand side. Second gets
Ooh,
tapped up.
that's a nice
but
super
jump
from second
away
best.
will luckily keep him alive.
Dodged
Now,
that
Pain,
Nani shot.
almost brought down and hitting. What a matchup this is.
Keep coming in. By second
He just
best
walked straight
eradicated.
into it.
Now, Reply Totem can start to push their way forwards. All the nest eggs are down though as well on the side of the bell. I'm not sure whether KCP will have clocked onto that one on the left, but certainly it's
20%
good.
down on the
Juan
save.
Carlos gonna pop one there, but
Wow,
it's not a bad
Totem
time
hasn't
at all
even
to
done
get the dash
anything.
around. It's certainly better with him than with someone else. As Pain now has drill, getting some good taps onto Maru, who's pushing through. If he gets
Very
hyper
nice.
charge as well, that's super on the safe for Reply. Totem is going to be devastating.
I mean, Totem yet to touch the Pioneers safe in this game, and they seem to be walking away with it so far. With just this constant aggression, respawn cycle, Pain evading so well, but the hypercharge from
Okay.
Chaos is forced out, and he gets the kill along with it. Gotcha popped on the left.
Still
side, but
no
nobody's gonna
damage
be found,
on
which means
KCP
no heals.
safe. Holy
Second,
crap.
Evading the nest egg like he knew it was there, but then walks over as soon as I've said that and gets tapped down.
The caster's curse coming into full force now.
Uh-oh.
As Juan Carlos
Oh.
swaps places with Maru. The meanwhile, it's Maru that stays standing. Pain on the safe gets a little bit of damage, but we need to see more from Reply Totem.
Still no
There's not a
damage.
single
Okay, now they
shred of
have
damage.
hypercharge
The kills are flying
Colette,
in
which
thick and
is going to
fast.
be
The
very
damage
devastating.
Not so much, just 2%. Maru comes in, lovely lineup, and now
Ah.
hypercharge to follow up, and now the damage rains in for Reply Totem.
Chaos needs to win that match on the left, and he does. But Juan Carlos trying to take that lane. Now Pain falls one shot, but no killing blow.
if Juan
There
Carlos
it is
can
as
get,
well. 30
his
seconds,
super
and there's 10% in it.
and get on that
Hypercharge
save, I think they might be
on the right
good.
side. We're gonna need to see Juan Carlos make a move. Pain needs to get something going, but at the moment, the right lane is all Mori.
Seconds low, it is will
Uh-oh.
as well. Juan Carlos is the last sign of life realistically here with Pain. It's just too low to contest it.
There it
Now,
is.
Juan goes in, finds some damage, but it's not going to be enough. On the other side of the field, Reply Totem get the job done and stay standing. They will proceed to day 2 as your #1 seed
The totem support in the crowd is just massive. You can hear the fans cheering, and they manage to get to day 2 as seed number 1. Should, in theory, make their pathway through the rest of the World Finals that little bit easier. Pioneers, regardless of this loss, will still be joining Reply Totem out of this group in day 2
Okay,
of the
well,
Brawl Stars World Finals 2024.
They take day
but it
2 with
should
them, so
be a
that's
tougher route.
awesome news.
What a result for Reply Totem, the number 6 seed from EMEA, no less. And one that, when you look at every team in the World Finals, had the worst performance throughout the year. It's not even in debate. But we've seen the shift.
Too bad they didn't go
going
Frank.
into LCQ, coming out into the World Finals.
They would have
and
won
now
if they did.
making their mark in this group right when it mattered most. I mean, you know, it
Damage
was a
on
long
the
time
save at the
coming, in my
beginning of
opinion,
that
but
set was
it could have
insane.
easily gone the other way, Trav, in the sense that like this could be the worst time of
The
the year for
synergy
them,
was
honestly.
awesome.
The pressure amounts to them, but they surpass it, I mean, succumb to it. But they didn't. They overcame it and got the job done.
I mean, KCP came out today swinging. Started so strong, beating SSG.
4,100 damage. That's insane. That's without being even. That's without being in the bush. With the bush star power.
Reply Totem walk over Pioneers. A little bit of pushback in that high set, but in the end, Reply Totem were persevered
Jeez,
through
oh my
all the
god.
way and
That's a
managed to
good
take this
gadget
incredibly
from
nice draw.
Nani. And then that's,
Well,
like I
we
said
have
before,
now
that's an
wrapped
awesome
up
super
then
from
Group B.
second
We've
best right
got
there.
Our answers, still plenty more to see from the other groups to find out how day 2 will be looking. But for this matchup right here, Pioneers, I thought had a shot here realistically. This could have been a 3rd and final set decider. It really, really could have. But Reply Totem just were able to keep very, very calm
Well,
under the pressure. I mean,
all I
especially
can say is I'm really
that
glad that
third
they
game, I really
made
felt
it
that
to
they could have, like, hit
day
trouble
2.
very, very quickly. If
That's
they'd not been
awesome.
able to be on point there and shut those ideas down. Pioneers could absolutely have brought a comeback story
But
to the
Pioneers
table, but it was
are
not
going to have to
be.
go up
Look
against
at
Reply
that.
Totem at some point
iChaos
again.
and Maori, 16
That's if
kills
they
to
do
both.
make it.
It's just unreal when you consider how well
Well.
second was tapping. I mean, I expect to see that on the other side of the field. You can hear behind us the celebrations are in motion, of course, and for good
That was
reason.
awesome.
I love a rowdy crowd, Trav, you know me.
Look who it is. Look who that is. I want you to take a glimpse and look who that is. On the left, not on the right. I don't care about who's on the right. Look on the left. Do you know who that is? It's second best. So much aura is coming off right now. Oh my god. So much. Alright. Well, that wraps up day 1 of, who's next to Semantic? What do you mean? That's Semantic. I would not have guessed that. Alright guys, well, like I said, that wraps up, day 1, World Finals. And tomorrow I will be streaming again, going over day 2 World Finals and, going over Kansas City Pioneers gameplay in hopes that they make it to day 3. All hopes. Please. And get Zeta out. We don't want another 3rd win for Zeta. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, especially Average. You've been here the whole entire stream. Yeah. Well, I will see you guys